It's the all-new Sports Visions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your 1980 national champions. 1980 and 81 SEC champions, two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
Man, I tell you, man, I'm great. I'm happy. I tell you, man, that first of all, the University of Georgia is sitting in a really nice place right now. And again, I'm going to have a pretty good attitude throughout the holidays.
It's great to be in this position that with Georgia right now, DJ. A long time coming, but really still a lot of football to be played.
Absolutely. And, of course, you Alabama fans out there, boy, can you imagine Georgia and Alabama in Atlanta on January the 8th? Well, we'll talk about that. But first and foremost, coming up, we'll have Jordan Hill from the Ledger Enquirer. We'll talk about, of course, the year-end of high school football and also talk a little bit about some basketball and some of the things going on with the coaches, the high school football coaches around here, as well as, Dale, you and I have an opportunity to chop it up about all the hardware that's been given away here over the past week or so.
Great time of the year, DJ. Everybody will be rewarded.
All right, all that and more coming up next on Sports Visions.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
And welcome back to Sports Visions. Joining me right now is the Ledger Enquirer sports writer extraordinaire, Jordan Hill. Welcome.
DJ, I appreciate you guys having me back.
Hey, of course, and I want to thank you because obviously football season is over and you have been with us on several weeks throughout the season to update and inform us on all the goings-on as far as high school football in the Chattahoochee Valley, and we just want to thank you.
I appreciate that. It's a lot going on, but hey, it's been a fun ride to see what all these teams have been up to.
And of course, it's come to an end, but we do definitely want to give a shout-out to Lynette High School. They brought back a state championship, and I don't think people were expecting that, but I know what they were expecting. They were expecting the Central Red Devils to bring home a state champion, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, again, Central getting into a really tough game with McGill-Tulane, actually went into overtime, and it's tough, man. These championships are very hard to come by, and you saw right there with the Red Devils, a lot of teams and a lot of people thought that was going to be the team to beat, and just came up short.
Jordan, as we come to a close here of the high school football season, there seem to have been several openings or several resignations put in by the coaches here. And I know that there's a couple that you got with Carver High School. Kelvin Arnold decided to step down, as well as some others.
Yes, you look around just the area. You've got Kendrick, you got Jordan, you got Northside, and Northside just came off of one of their best seasons, and Morgan Ingram decided to step down, and then you go across the Alabama line into Smith Station. So it's a very interesting time as far as football in the Chattahoochee Valley, and it's really going to be interesting to see where these schools turn to and how they're able to pick back up and try to reignite their football programs.
You know, I want to talk specifically about the Muskogee County schools. A lot of people don't know the shortcomings that a coach has with regard to running his team. And of course, you know, you have to be a teacher first and foremost. And first of all, there's way too many schools as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, they had a handicap because, again, you know, they don't have the resources, they don't have the funds to run the programs like the one-town teams.
Yeah, and I look specifically at Jordan and Kendrick, two programs that have seen their better years, and it's a very tough, like you've said, it's a very tough obstacle to try to win in Muskogee County because there's plenty of talent, but it's so dispersed among all these different schools that schools like Kendrick and Jordan, it's tough, and it's sort of it's going to be interesting to see where they turn and if there's a coach that is willing to put in the time and the effort to build those programs back up.
The Muskogee County schools in particular, I wanted to share with those folks out there because, again, I know a lot of folks take pride in their schools, their alma maters they played back in the day, but, you know, the rules are just not the same when you talk about these rural schools, these one-town teams, when you talk about the 6, 7, 8 schools in Muskogee County that have a limited budget. You know, of course, when you talk about being a high school coach, you have to be a teacher, and anybody on his staff has to be a teacher as well. And you have a couple of community coaches, but for the most part, a new coach comes into Columbus, Georgia, whether any of these schools that have an opening. It's not like he can just bring his offensive coordinator, his defensive coordinator. He just basically has to take pretty much what the game is dealt, and he has to deal with the people that he has there. Now, I don't know many people who could do that and perform or take a team to a high level, but we've been fortunate to have a few great teams around here, but I take my hat off to the coaches that do succeed in Muskogee County.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think part of it that's interesting, too, for people to understand, I think sometimes when you think about football coaches, you think, oh, the salary and the money. It ain't like that, coaching in high school football. And I know that, for a lot of these coaches, it's about the kids. I mean, it really is at the end of the day, because it's not about the money. So, it's tough to look at certain programs like a Kendrick or a Jordan and say, oh, look at the win-loss record. Well, it's bigger than that. And I think for a lot of these kids that, it's good to have some stability, to have somebody there that they can rely on and know they're going to be there. And sometimes decisions have to be made, but now the schools need to be thinking, all right, who can we turn to for 3-4 years at least, not only for the football program, but for the kids in it.
For those folks out there that don't quite understand that the Muskogee County School District is not playing with the same deck as a rural school in South Georgia, the budgets that they have to pay these coaches 6 figures, and of course booster clubs support, and I mean it's just extraordinary, and that's why they can obviously go to a lot of the camps, afford a lot of the facilities, weight room, top-notch uniforms, everything that you can imagine at a small college. A lot of these smaller schools or one-town team schools have, unlike Muskogee County.
Yeah, it's just so hard with so many different schools in Muskogee County. And on one hand, it's fun to watch because the talent is pretty well equal, and it makes for competitive seasons like we saw this past season. But on the other hand, if you're a coach, you're walking into a situation basically hoping it just kind of falls into your lap. There's not a whole lot you can do, and obviously a lot of people do support their schools, but it's a lot harder, like you said. There's so many different options just within Muskogee County alone.
Jordan, before you get out of here, high school basketball season has crunk up, and again, we've got a couple of teams that are tops in the polls. The Carver's girls team obviously lost to Columbus High School in the state championship game last year, but a lot of their team is returning, and they're number 1 in the polls right now. But surprisingly, the Carver's boys team, they're in the top 10 as well.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch already. It's still early in the season, but both the Carver boys and the girls have looked really talented. I think this is going to be another fun, basketball season in the county because Northside boys look pretty good. Hardaway's boys and girls have shown strides, but right now I think the teams to beat are Carver boys and Carver girls, and it's going to be just a matter of coming through, and especially for the Carver girls, they got so close last year. I think they've got a really good shot to make a run in the region and possibly go back to the state title.
Well, Jordan, we look forward to you kicking off the basketball season, if you will, and look forward to you coming back.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink like a boss.
2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson & Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Call now.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. I tell you, man, we are still geared up here a week or so out from the national championship or semifinals of the national championship game, but we're well into bowl season. A lot of bowl games on slate today to include Troy and Arkansas State and Georgia State. And, a lot of the bowl season has moved up earlier in December. When we were in school, it wasn't a such thing as starting the second week of December.
Well, we weren't talking about that much money either. Revenue, TV revenue, and everything is starting early. You could throw the Celebration Bowl in there also with Grambling playing against North Carolina A&T, and really games like that. I mean, everybody's got a bowl. I think it's too many bowls, DJ.
Well, you know what? It's a lot of schools and it's a lot of money out there. And again, television has created this opportunity. So, you know what? If it's going to give money to the bottom line to help college football with their facilities and all the funding, man, so be it.
Well, really, all the money that they do make, then they take all the expenses out of all that money. Then you're like, okay, I thought I had $1 million, but now I just got $250,000. After you pay for everybody, fly, the expenses of it. I would love to have an AD to come in and kind of explain that to us.
Absolutely. But you know what, Dale, in addition to these bowl games that are being played, there's a lot of hardware being given away. Of course, the Heisman Trophy, congratulations to Oklahoma's Baker Mayfield. You have some people that question that, but, he was a runaway winner, according to the judges.
That's right. The sixth Oklahoma Sooner that has won the Heisman, DJ. I think really he had an outstanding year this year. I think he did great things for Oklahoma. I think really that was the difference. I think that the voters gave him because Oklahoma had a better season. But, my vote, Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely. Lamar Jackson, the phenomenal season he had last year. And what gets me is that I get confused because is it for the most outstanding player or is it for the most outstanding team? Now, again, Lamar Jackson improved on his statistical categories this year, and he won the Heisman last year. His numbers were better, but they said he didn't win as many games. So, is it a team award?
Well, I always thought the Heisman Trophy went to the most outstanding player that year. Not a team award, but again, I think really when you get all these writers and everybody got votes going, everybody want to, kind of, excel or award the player that's on the best team. Oklahoma, they have a great year. They only lost one game this year. Louisville was 8-4, but when you got a guy that the former Heisman Trophy player comes back and he aces, all the things that he did last year and he doesn't win, that's a big question, man.
You know what? Shout out to Bryce Love as well. Again, a young man from Stanford, a brilliant student in the classroom, extraordinary running back. But there's one player particularly that I know that actually he's won the Booker's Award. Of course, he's been named Walter Camp First Team All-American. Roquan Smith's name deserves some mention in that Heisman as well.
He did. I think he came up with like 20 votes. I mean, he was in the top 10 of the Heisman vote getters, so that was big. But you know what, old Roquan Smith kind of snuck up on me, DJ. I really thought he was a good player, but to the level of being a Butkus Award winner and a first-round draft pick, that speaks for volumes for him right there, DJ.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we'll have the opportunity to see him continue to do his thing, hopefully for 2 more games when you consider the game in Pasadena against Oklahoma and, of course, the big national championship showdown in Atlanta. A couple of other awards. Kerryon Johnson, he was mentioned, and of course, he's won some awards. Tremendous season. I don't trust the judgment that the Auburn folks had, though, in the SEC championship game. I think he was hurt. I think they put his health in jeopardy, and I just wish this young man much success.
Well, really, the Kerryon Johnson piece, I mean, if anything, give him a Courage Award also to go with that because he had everybody I've seen around town, DJ, why did they play him? He didn't need to play, but I think really, they really just kind of see how important that game was. But I think Kerryon did a great job. He's going to be a great NFL back. Again, he still reminds me of Le'Veon Bell. I think he's going to do very well in the NFL, and as long as he just stay healthy, I think he's going to do good.
And congratulations to the freshman from down in Warner Robins, Jake Fromm. Man, whoever would have thought. He came into the season, of course, behind Tony Eason, or did I say his name right?
Well, that's his dad's name.
His dad's name is still, so we're talking about Junior.
Jason.
Jason, but Jacob actually. But Jake Fromm, you know what? He just exceeded all of my expectations, and he was named Freshman All-American, and of course he has Georgia, led Georgia to of course the semi-championship matchup in Pasadena, SEC championship, and this young played like he was a seasoned veteran.
Well, really, I see the difference him coming in early, DJ, and we could tell during the spring game last year that this stage was not too big for this kid, and that, I think he forgot that he was a freshman after that spring game, and I think right now he's a sophomore, well deserving of winning the freshman All-American. I mean, playing the freshman of the year, really, I think he's done volumes, and really he was, and again, I would say this, maybe the MVP of Georgia's whole team, DJ, but really you can't throw that defense out, and really all accolades goes to him.
Lastly, special congratulations to Kirby Smart, the SEC Coach of the Year in just his second year. And I tell you what, when you talk about these universities having high expectations and these alumni and fans having high expectations, well, Kirby Smart just fed right into what they've talking about. They expect you to, get it done, and they expect you to get it done in a short period of time.
Well, being around that kind of pedigree and that kind of expectations when he was at Alabama, even when he was at Georgia, he knows the expectations of the University of Georgia. Everybody wanted to win. Everybody's excited about him coming over. And I think really that's one thing that he loved about being and coaching for the University of Georgia, because he's a Georgia guy. So I think really other than that, hands down, he gets the Coach of the Year. He's turned the whole program around, and people are looking forward to more things to come.
All right, we'll take a short break. This is Sports Visions.
Hello, this is James at Headquarters Nissan. I'm trying to get everybody out. We got a big sale going on. I know you probably at home, sleep, or you at the office eating some of them great wings, but you got to come out to Headquarters Nissan. We got the best inventory. We got over 800 vehicles, pre-owned and new, but you got to come out here. We got over 20 pre-owned trucks, which everybody looking for trucks this time of year, whether it's for hunting season or for whatever. I got everything from the small Frontier all the way up to the big GMC truck. You got to get up, get off of that couch. You got to come to Headquarters Nissan. You got to check out the cars. We got a lot going on here. You notice all these cars behind me. I got so many certified cars now, which is going to come with the balance of a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty from Nissan and a 3-year, 36 bumper-to-bumper. But on our vehicles, we have a lifetime powertrain warranty that come with theft protection. It come with key replacement, identity protection. You got to come out here to Headquarters Nissan. I'm telling you, we got the deal. We got the deal. We got a lot of football coming on right now. You got the guys out here, DJ and Dale behind it. Hey, how can you go wrong when you got those guys out there? You're probably looking at them right now, but you got to come to Headquarters Nissan. We're going to make some deals happen. We got an awesome service department. We got an awesome rental car department. You just got to come out here. You got to get off of that couch now and stop what you're doing. Turn the TV off or dial that number. I don't know if the number's on the screen or not, but it's Headquarters Nissan or HQN.com or else it's ColumbusCredit.com. All those road leads right here to Headquarters Nissan under the Giant American flag. You got to come out here. That's the last thing. Get off that couch. Come see us here at Headquarters Nissan, and I'll see you when you get here.
Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in town or out of town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192. And welcome back to Sports Visions. It's time for our NFL report, more importantly, our Atlanta Falcons report, Dale. And I tell you, for as bad as Atlanta played this past week against the New Orleans Saints, and they still came up with a victory, you know what? There must be a lot of victories in the cards for the Falcons.
Well, I think really them knowing what they got to do, they can't lose a game. I think really their intensity levels, it's kind of like having a 4th and 2 mentality. Everything is on the table. We cannot afford to lose. I think really gambling is going to be one of the biggest things. But again, DJ, the Matt Ryan piece, he did not have his best game against the Saints. I think the Saints are big time and really better than people really say, because they played the Falcons pretty good and the game could have gone either way. But I think really when they go to Tampa and when they go to New Orleans again and they close out the season with the Carolina Panthers, they got to win 3 in a row, DJ, to even get in the picture of being either win the conference or they're going to, come in as a wild card. Right now I'm looking at wild card.
Well, I don't care what they get in. I just think that if they get in, obviously that will be enough for the folks in Atlanta, the people that follow the Dirty Birds. But I do know that being healthy is the key. And I know that there have been several players in concussion protocol. And, we're talking about Devontae Freeman. He is back on the field, as well as a defensive back as well. I want to say this about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan obviously played the worst game of at least this season against the Saints, throwing 3 interceptions. But something has to tell you when you can come out of a performance by your star quarterback and still win. That says a lot about your football team.
It says a lot, DJ, and really welcome back Devontae Freeman. Even though he came out of concussion protocol, DJ, he ran the ball very well, and having that 1-2 punch with Tevin Coleman and him, that works big time. I think Falcons defense played big time, really holding Drew Brees to 17 points. That was big because Drew Brees got hot. But again, DJ, I still don't like dropping 8 and rushing 3. I think they got to do something a little different, especially when you're playing these next 3 games against conference opponents that you played before. You're going to have to jazz that thing up a little bit.
All right, let's talk about some of the other intriguing storylines in the NFL. And I know that the most important one was just this past week, Carson Wentz went down with the Philadelphia Eagles. And again, his guy has been on fire, and a lot of people said that he has been playing MVP-type football. Now that the Eagles are obviously without their starting quarterback, it's going to be interesting to see how these last 3, 4, 5 weeks of the season wind down.
Well, we're going to see how good their defense is now, DJ, because, again, their defense is going to have to play a little bit of offense. They're going to have to turn over the ball. But I think, really, they have a very good team. But I'm still impressed with the L.A. Rams. I like what I see with the L.A. Rams. They're young. They got playmakers everywhere. I think, really, at the same time, they're going to be able to do something and be in that playoff hunt. But, really, if I had to choose someone for us from the NFL side, I still like the Vikings, man. I think the Vikings pretty tough, DJ.
You know what? The Vikings have been playing over their heads again now with the backup quarterback, not the second string, the third string quarterback. Yeah. And he has been playing lights out. Of course, he's been around the league a while as a backup. But again, he has been the difference maker with the Vikings winning these last 7-8 games. And you know what? The other team out there that obviously is starting to, interest me, the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, people thought that they were shut down. Guess what? Guess who's about to come back?
Ezekiel Elliott.
That's right. And
okay.
You know what? Dak Prescott kept them alive, and, he was up and down here and there, but he's done just enough to keep him in a position where, if Ezekiel Elliott has been maintaining his conditioning, they said he went out of the country to do some training. So if he comes back and doesn't miss a beat, these guys, the Cowboys, can realistically make a run.
Well, really, that's what they want to do. They just want to stay alive and stay afloat till he got back, and boom, that's what they did. You got some people not injured anymore. But I think the other teams that you got to look at, DJ, Pittsburgh Steelers, the L.A. Chargers, I think really they're going to make a run at the New England Patriots. And I think really everything is setting up real pretty for us to have a great playoff season.
All right, and congratulations to Commissioner Roger Goodell. He signed a 5-year extension deal to the tune of $40+ million per.
Woo!
All right, we'll take a short break. This is Sports Visions.
Hey, Steve, check out this guy's leg.
Yeah, looks like a real nasty moving back in with his parents.
What? No, I just broke my leg.
No, this is a full-blown move into the basement. You're going to be out of work. Without that money from Aflac, you might miss your rent.
Oh, I just moved out.
Bummer, man. Hey, I used to have my own place.
Yeah?
Nah, I live with my mom. But it's cool.
Health can change, but the life you love doesn't have to. Keep your lifestyle healthy with
Aflac.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson & Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Call now. Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Visions. Dale, I tell you, man, I'm just as anxious as can be. I know this bowl season has started, but again, a lot of the big teams that we were waiting on will play towards the end of the month, and if not the first of the year.
Well, the first of the year, that's what I'm looking forward to. It'll be entertaining to watch some of those bowl games. There's a lot of good bowl games out there. But it's just so many, DJ. I'm just trying to stay really focused on the college football playoffs because, you start talking about Alabama and Clemson playing again, and then the Georgia, Oklahoma piece. It's going to be some great games on New Year's Day. You're talking about a great day to be a football fan. That would be the day, player.
Now, I got to ask you this. We made mention to all the hardware that's been given away over the last week or so, but do you think that obviously these players, again, we're talking about Roquan Smith and, Baker Mayfield and the likes, Micah Fitzpatrick, man, these guys have all been on the banquet circuit for the last few weeks. Are they going to be able to get back and get focused and maintain conditioning to play at a high level?
Of course not, DJ. I don't think they're going to be at the top conditioning that they were at the end of the season, but I think really they're going to have time to work on that, and their coaches and really their strength and conditioning people, they are being tasked to make sure these guys are well in shape so they won't have that drop-off like they already naturally will have.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sports Visions TV Show, or our website, www.sportsvisionsusa.com.
You will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink like a boss.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 707